Fired Up Trucker here. Fired Up Trucker here. All right. Today is April 30th, 2016, Saturday. I just left just going home from Arlington, Texas. It's about a, 35, 40-minute drive from my house. Went to a preparedness, sustainability type conference, little deal where people set up booths and have all kinds of different products, and they have classes and stuff like that. Anyway, if you're not a prepper, you should be. See my trucker prepping videos I did. I did a 3-part series on prepping while you're on the road. You don't want to get stuck out in the middle of nowhere and SHTF happens, and what do? You're just going to walk home naked? How are you going to get home? You can't get no more diesel. Anyway, that's not what today's video is about. Go watch those videos. Today's video is about what I did this week. I'll start back. I'll regress a little bit, and I'll go back to when I was getting ready to go to drive over the road for night. And if you watch any of the videos, you'll see how I feel about this, but I'm just going to cover it real briefly. My recruiter just wore me out. I mean, if I didn't ask a question, they don't give you the information. Well, her problem was she just gave me misinformation. She told me that I had to have my permit and my DOT physical done before I came to orientation. So I got that done. I took my test, got my permit, went to Concentra, paid $70-some for DOT physical, got a 2-year card. So I was ready to go. I show up for orientation the first day. Guess what? Knight has their doctor come in and do a DOT physical on you. And he knocked my card down to a 1 year. I did fine with all his tests and everything else, but here's why he probably did that. That morning, I didn't pay attention to my sugar intake, what I ate before I came. I drank coffee, and basically, this video is, I'm going to tell you what not to do or how to prepare for your DOT physical, especially if you're a bigger person or if you're at high risk of higher blood pressure or whatever, okay? You have to use your head. What do I mean by that? Okay, here we go. I would say the day before your DOT physical, I would abstain from sugar. Don't go eat some freaking donuts. Don't go eat some freaking sugar cereal. Don't go eat dessert and cake and ice cream. Keep away from sugar. Don't drink any caffeine. Don't have any caffeine. Don't drink coffee. Don't drink tea. Don't drink any energy drinks. No Monsters. No whatever. I don't drink them, so I don't know all of them, but I know Monsters out there. But don't drink any of that stuff. That's going to frickin' put your heart rate up. It's going to, number one, you're nervous because you're having to go do it. Your heart, you have to understand that even just nervousness of getting your DOT physical done and all the stuff you're going through, that's going to make your heart rate higher. So don't add to it by the morning of going and eating freaking donuts or eating a full breakfast or, drinking coffee and energy drinks, whatever you normally do. Cut that stuff out. At least if you're at low risk, 12 to 24 hours beforehand. If you're at high risk, I would go 48 to 72 hours without any caffeine, without any energy drinks, any of that stuff. I mean, do you want to pass your test or not? Do you want to have to take a freaking sleep test and get put on a whatever machine it is, so the only way you can sleep in your truck and get a job is to be on a freaking breathing machine? I mean, think about it. I think I just passed up my... Did I just pass up my... I probably did. Yes, I did. Oh, well, that's okay. We're making a video. We don't care, so we need a little extra time anyway. So anyway, where was I? So, think about it. If you're high risk and you want to be a truck driver, you got to pass that DOT physical. So, these are just some things to think about. Not to think about, to do. Have common sense not to do those things. Don't drink coffee. Don't cut it out 24, 48. You ain't going to die, okay? You're not going to die for going 24, 48, 72 hours without sugar or without caffeine or without an energy drink. I'm just saying it'll help you. Just a couple points, because, you know, if you're over, then it's going to change everything. If you do get approved, you're only going to get a year card and blah 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 and whatever. So you want to, you know, that's something simple. Now here's a no-brainer, but I'm going to say it anyway. No alcohol. 24 to 48 to 72 hours. I don't care if it's a beer, vodka, whiskey, mixed drink, margaritas, whatever it is. Don't have no damn alcohol. Here's the real no-brainer. Don't be hitting the reefer. If you think you're going to get away with it, then don't even show up. With Knight, we had to do a urine test and a hair sample test. They shaved hair off my arm because I ain't got no hair on my head. I shaved it off. And they do that. They send it in. It takes a day or two to get it back. And once they get it back and you pass, if everything else went fine, you're hired. And they get you your key card and your driver number and all that. So use your head, okay? I mean, don't waste your time and don't waste their time. It's you know, it's a serious deal being a truck driver and being out there on the road, and they're giving you the responsibility of driving, you know, $150,000 piece of equipment and you know, taking care of their customers and, you know, delivering and doing what's right. I mean, it's not just get in the truck and go. I mean, there's a lot to go with it. Here's the deal. The short time that I was over the road training for Knight, we would be in truck stops, and I'd be sitting in the cab, in the passenger seat, driver's seat, whatever, and I'd be watching dudes. There was some guys, I swear, they were so morbidly obese, they could barely walk, or they couldn't walk from the truck stop to their truck without stopping and taking a rest. I mean, I'm like, how do they make it? And guess what? What do they have in their hand? A big bag of frickin' fried, you know, crappy food and a frickin' 32 to 64 ounce frickin' Coke. And then they wonder why. You know, they weigh 400 pounds, 300 pounds, and they're frickin' 5.5 foot tall. And they look like a little roly-poly, a little whatever, walking across the parking lot. I mean, and I seen it time and time again. It's not just one time that I seen it. So, you know, all I'm saying, it ain't no question if you get out of shape and get heavy and whatever, how it happened. Everybody knows how it happens. You friggin' eat too much and don't exercise enough. That's all there is to it. We had a girl in our orientation class. She was probably 5'5", 5'6", 5'6", she's very short. She was a short gal. I'll guarantee you she weighed close to 200 pounds for a woman. and that height. I knew she wasn't going to pass. I was like one of the first people to go in and do the tests that the guy, he did everything, and then he made you do these weightlifting tests and stuff like that. I got a little winded, but not bad. It didn't freaking wear me out. I wasn't bent over holding my heart. I mean, I knew she wasn't going to pass. I knew she wasn't going to be able to do it. Stepping up and down the stair deal or whatever, holding that weight. No, she failed miserably. The next day, she was gone. She's like, oh, I got to find a company that don't worry about this. How are you going to do that? You can't pass a DOT physical. So you got to be serious. I mean, look, I don't eat perfectly, and I like eating all the good stuff, and I drink a ton of water and every day, and I've even really gotten not 100% off of coffee, but for the last 4 to 6 weeks, I've been switching out my coffee in the mornings for green tea, hot green tea. We got one of those little electric boilers at home. I just fill it up, boom, hit it. Less than freaking 5 minutes, I got boiled water. I put my green tea bag in there, and I'm out the door. And today's Saturday, and Saturday mornings, usually Saturdays and Sundays, is when I'll make me a pot of coffee and I'll drink a couple cups of coffee. Didn't do it this morning. Didn't even have my green tea this morning. I had a bottled water with my breakfast. So, because I slept late. Did my Houston run yesterday there and back, 550 miles, whatever, and usually wears me out pretty good. And not so much because of the miles, but, I didn't get to bed. My boy, Sebastian, who's home for a couple days, he's been out on the road 9 weeks. He tested out with KLM. He's got his new truck. He's got his lease purchase thing going on, and he decided he wanted to come home for a couple days. So I stayed up till like 10:30, which normally I'd go to bed at 9:15 on the night before. But, and getting up at 2:45, 3 o'clock in the morning, I only got like 4.5 hours of sleep. So I was, got tired last night, and I slept in today, and, went to the prepper deal and living life, baby. So I just love being home. I love sleeping in my own bed. I love sleeping with my wife. I love being with my dogs. I'm a home guy, and the lure of the road is awesome. If there was a way that I could travel every day and be home every night, like if it was just like day trips and stuff, I would love to do that. But my job, I don't do that. I drive 2 days a week locally, and either 2 to 3 days a week. I either go to Austin 2 days a week and then to Houston every other week. And we have Arkansas, we have Kansas, we have Louisiana. Every once in a while I'll do those if the other guy can't do them. So, so it breaks the monotony being able to get out on the road a little bit. And anyway, I got far away from it, but this is all about I went a month ago or so, I got my deal in the mail saying, oh, your medical deal is expiring May 4th or whatever, That's another thing. Make sure you keep up on it. I've seen too many guys get out thousands of miles from home and their license gets suspended or it gets downgraded and they can't drive because they didn't make sure their medical license was turned in or whatever. So that's your responsibility, not anybody else's. Even if your company sends it in, call and check to make sure your medical card has been turned in. So I went and I did my physical this week. I think it was the beginning of the week. It took a long time because they had a couple, it's a Concentra over by our work, and they had a couple accidents come in, so they took a little bit longer, but I got it done. Got another 2-year card this time. No one's going to take it away from me this time. I should have had it from last time. I still have my 2-year card, my first 2-year card, but Knight only sent me in for a year, so I had to go get another one done. So anyway, the good thing is I got paid to be there, and my company paid for it this time, so that was pretty cool, I thought. Anyway, use your head. Get off of all the junk and the crap. 24 to 48, 72 hours. before your DOT physical. Get that heart rate down. Get out and walk a little bit. Walk a half a mile, 2 miles. You're not going to get in perfect shape, but breathe in some good air. Get your heart pumping. Get the blood flowing. Do something. Walk around the block. Take the dogs out for a walk. Do something. Get outside in the sun and the fresh air. If you play video games and you're my age or you're 25 to my age, quit. Get off the video games. You're not a kid. You're wasting time. You can't make money playing video games, really? You're getting fat and lazy and stupid playing video games. Anyway, let me know if you need a good book to read or something like that. I'll suggest something. Stay fired up, stay focused, stay free. This is Fired Up Trucker. Take care of that DOT card. Get your physical. Do what you need to do. That CDL is yours once you get it. No matter who you work for, who you drive for, whatever, you own that CDL. It is in your name. You did what it takes to get that CDL. So make sure that you can pass that DOT physical. You don't want to get cut out that early in the game. If you fail, it doesn't mean, number one, maybe they don't start you out with a 2-year card. Maybe you get a 1-year card, and you can work on improving your health. Get out there and walk a little bit every day, even when you start driving. Get out in the mornings, the evenings, walk around your truck 20 times or something, whatever you need to do. You walk down each side of that trailer, it's 53 foot, add the 12, 15 feet on for the tractor, whatever it is. And then the front, you got 6 going across. You're walking all the way across, so you got, a couple 100 to 300 feet walking around your truck one time. So just do that 10 times or 20 times. Whatever you need to do, do it. Get healthy. You can't make money when you're 6 feet under. So anyway, stay fired up. Stay focused, stay free. I hope this video loads. It got long, 17 minutes. Do what it takes. Just do what it takes. 24 to 48, 72 hours before. Cut all that stuff out. Get that heart rate down. And you'll get that DOT physical taken care of. Fired up.